Hello, you're watching our special continuous coverage of Team India's victory parade here in India. Remember, Team India is back and currently they've reached the iconic Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, where there's going to be a felicitation ceremony for this entire team who's made the country proud after several years. That T20 World Cup trophy is in India. Those visuals from this evening a short while back, where this victory parade is being held in Mumbai. Fans, supporters, a sea of crowd that has gathered to catch a glimpse of their favourites, of their heroes. There you can see Virat Kohli with that beautiful trophy of the T20 World Cup, along with the entire team with him on that bus, on that victory march, and proud fans carrying the national flag, the tricolour, on the streets of Mumbai, proudly displaying, as well as the team. You can see the Indian cricket team there with the trophy, with the national flag, waving to the crowds who've been waiting for hours to catch a glimpse of their heroes. Remember, on Mirror Now, we have been getting you the latest from Mumbai. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Abhishek, who has been tracking this day, in fact, this big day in Mumbai today. Abhishek, what's happening there? We know that, you've been with the fans, with the sea of crowd that's gathered in Mumbai. Get us the latest. What are fans saying now?
Despite all challenges, rains, in fact, Mumbai police, these are the fans full of emotions, and they are cheering for India. India! 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 I mean, this is the excitement, and you can understand. We are on the street of Mumbai, Marine Drive. We are present here, and the victory parade is halfway. We'll be reaching the Wankhede Stadium shortly. These are the excitement of fans. Let's try and understand. It's just few minutes ago that the victory parade has just passed away from here. You guys are very much excited. What were the emotions? You guys are waiting since long.
I think it was once in a lifetime experience. I was very young when it was 2007 and the parade happened. I think it's the best feeling that I ever took in my life, to see all the players and the way the players were being into. So he's my brother-in-law. He's here from Bangalore. He took a 2 p.m. flight and he landed here at 3:40 just to see the parade. He's going back at 12:30 tonight.
What are the emotions? Because coming down from Bangalore right here, witnessing all the players, the champions on the bus.
No, it's just, you can't explain it, right? Because when we lost the World Cup last time in the 50-50, we were in the stadium. And I felt so bad. And when this time we won it at the last minute, it was so exciting that we thought this is going to be once in a lifetime opportunity. Irrespective of office, just say bye and come back here. So we just flew and we are here. It's just something that I couldn't miss.
What were the emotions when the fans, the players were just passed close to you? In fact, all fans out here.
It was very surreal. When they took the trophy up in front of us, it was like we are, celebrating that with them. We won the World Cup with them. So it's something we can't express in words, as he said.
In fact, they've made slogans for every player. The slogan for Rohit Sharma is...
So it's Mumbai Cha Raja, Rohit Sharma.
Can we have it? Mumbai Cha Raja,
Rohit Sharma. But we would like to bring a change, because I think he's just not Mumbai Cha Raja. He's India Cha Raja, Rohit Sharma. India Cha Raja, Rohit Sharma.
We understand, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, they have announced their retirement from T20. So what is the feeling about that?
Absolutely sad, but I think what they have given to India is something which no modern player has given. So absolutely proud of what they've done for India. Respect for them. Look forward to seeing them in ODIs and Test and keep the Indian flag high.
So definitely, this is right. We are present here, and we can again cheer for Team India, guys. India! 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 So this is the excitement on the streets of Mumbai, Marine Drive, and the victory parade is on its way to reach Wankhede, where the felicitation ceremony will take place. And the players will be felicitated, but the emotions of fan, every Indian today is feeling proud, and those who could make it in Mumbai on the streets of Marine Drive, these are the people who makes the cricket very much special. They are the fans who make the players, and definitely the Team India, the most deserving this time, bringing the World Cup second time in the country, making us all proud. Back to you.
Abhishek, you know, we're in a short while from now, that felicitation ceremony will start at the Wankhede Stadium. We're expecting that to happen. And we've seen all of these fans waiting for hours and hours, some of them even saying that we've been waiting for the trophy since 2007, so we don't mind waiting a bit longer. And finally, they had their heroes in front of their eyes. But for all of you out there, Abhishek, you know, we're coming to the conclusion of this day, of this big, big day in some time from now. But for the media, for all of you out there, it's been a big day. It's been a crazy, crazy mad day today, covering this huge event that's taking place, probably, you know, once in a lifetime for a lot of people.
It's been a different experience for us also since morning we're reporting, and especially from the place where the victory parade is taking ahead. You know, in fact, we have how the challenging it has been for Mumbai police. I would really like to salute them because they have tried to manage the crowd in this challenging situation. And despite the rains, we are covering it. And just because of these fans, it has been possible. They have come across from India, from different corners of Mumbai to celebrate the victory. And definitely this day will be written in the history that how massive celebration was there on the streets of Mumbai today that we have witnessed. And definitely from all corners, we tried our level best to contribute and bring to the viewers of Mirror Now minute by minute updates from the ground, the celebration, the challenges being faced by Mumbai police, despite the rain, the enthusiasm of the fans that are present on ground. And definitely, you know, finally, it is for India and definitely for Team India, who deserve the much awaited victory that we got for the second time in T20 World Cup. Back to you.
Absolutely, Abhishek. Thankfully, the weather gods also supported all of us. Despite the rainfall, you had the fans out there crowding, the sea of fans out there to catch a glimpse of their heroes. On the broadcast, viewers, I'm also joined by Mr. Ashok Aswalkar, who's Surya Kumar Yadav's coach. Ashok ji, namaskar. कैसा लग रहा है आज? I'm sure आप एक बहुत प्राउड कोच हैं. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. क्या जर्नी रही है आपकी सूर्य कुमार यादव के साथ? और यू नो, वो जर्नी आते आते आज का दिन जो दिखाई, जो T20 वर्ल्ड कप टाइटल जीत के आई है टीम इंडिया.
मेरे लिए तो ये जर्नी बहुत खास है, क्योंकि जो सपना लेके हम लोग निकले थे कि मेरा सूर्या बड़ा होके बड़ा क्रिकेट खेलेगा, मैंने सोचा था, मैंने देखा था, मैंने उसके मम्मी डैडी को बताया था, और सूर्या ने आज मुझे प्रूव करके बताया और अपने घर वालों को भी प्रूव करके बताया. और जो बोला था ना कि हम सोच के चले थे कि एक सपना देखा था और वो सपना सच साबित होते देख के आज उससे बड़ा कोई भी फील नहीं है मेरे लिए और हमारे वो सूर्या के फैमिली के लिए कि हमने जो सपना देख के निकले थे और सूर्या ने सब कुछ सच करके बता दिया. बहुत 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 मजा आया एकदम. और सूर्या ने बता भी दिया कि बोला भी मुझे कि सर बहुत मजा आया बोलता है. ये वर्ड उसका बताता है कि जो करने के लिए निकला था वो उसने करके बता दिया.
जी जी अशोक जी, सूर्य ने हम सबको प्राउड किया. इनफैक्ट सूर्य ने जो सूर्य उदय हुआ है उससे देशवासियों को आज बहुत बहुत प्राउड फील हो रहा है. अशोक जी, थैंक यू सो मच हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए. आप जुड़े, अपनी फीलिंग्स शेयर की, अपने थॉट्स शेयर किए. थैंक यू सो मच अपनी जर्नी हमारे साथ शेयर करने के लिए. ऑन द ब्रॉडकास्ट व्यूअर्स, आई एम आल्सो जॉइंड बाय निखिल शर्मा, who's a sports commentator and author. Nikhil, what a day it has been. It's been a crazy, crazy day, but one that Team India has deserved. You know, it's a quite deserving day for Team India. The entire country waiting for them. And now, of course, just a short moment from now, we'll be seeing that felicitation ceremony at the Wankhede.
Yes, absolutely. It's been really long. We've been at it since the morning. I think the flight landed at around 6 or 7 o'clock, and it's been a hectic day for the media, for you as well. I've been almost nonstop, talking about the day. And let me tell you, if you were to ask any of these players, of
But
course,
I'll
once
tell
you
you,
come
Nikhil,
back
it's
after.
one of those days where we don't mind the day being hectic, where we don't mind all this hustle bustle and all the, hectic work that we have to do through the day. We don't mind that, at least today.
That's wonderful. That's great to know. Usually, when you talk to athletes, when you talk to cricketers, and say what is easier, is being at functions easier, or is cricket playing cricket easy? And they would always tell you playing cricket is easy, going out, meeting people, talking to them. But today is a different day. Today is the celebration of what Indian cricket has been waiting for a long time. I was talking about it. I was I lived in Prabhadevi Dadar back in 2007. So when the cavalcade passed through Dadar and Prabhadevi on their way from the airport to Wankhede, I had seen Mahendra Singh Dhoni and his boys. And at that point in time, 2007 T20 was such a new nascent concept, and we were still so proud. There were so many people on the streets. Of course, 2011 was a very, very different experience. India really united when India won the 50-over World Cup. But I thought this World Cup was very, very important to Indian cricket. The last 3 to 4 years have been very tough on us. About a year and a half, 2 years, about 2.5 years back, there was a huge conversation about Virat Kohli and whether he should continue, not just in T20 and One Day International. There were calls also up to say maybe he should take retirement from Test cricket. We're talking about one of the best batsmen to have played the red ball cricket and white ball cricket. And there were people and there were calls for him possibly to be dropped, possibly to retire as a captain. I've been on a conversation on a panel where somebody challenged, Rohit Sharma's fitness, called him names that were very, very unpleasant. And I believe that these boys, both of them, have today gone on to prove what quality cricketers, what legends both of them are. And having said that, I think we must applaud the captaincy that Rohit Sharma has displayed, along with Rahul Dravid, the team's coach, to have given such an opportunity to every player on the team. And each one of them seems to have delivered at the right moment, whether it's Jasprit Bumrah, whether it's Arshdeep Singh, whether it's Rishabh Pant, whether it's Surya Kumar Yadav. That single catch, of course, he's one of the top 15 batsmen in the World Cup. But had he not made those runs and still taken that catch, he'll always be, remembered as much as Kapil Dev's catch to get rid of Vivian Richards in the 1983 World Cup. So all in all, this day is historic as a celebration of coming of age for Indian cricket. And I am, as a fan, as any Indian, extremely proud.
Absolutely, we all are, Nikhil. But stay with us, Nikhil, as we get our viewers a report that has been filed by my colleague Nilesh as this historic day unfolded today.
The historic moment is here. The moment that every cricket lover, every Indian was waiting for is here. We are outside the NCPA, where the Indian cricket team, the world champion, have finally arrived. After hours of waiting, the Mumbaikars are finally full of zest yet again. After waiting several hours, it is their time to greet their very own champions, the world cricketing champions. And the visuals that you are looking at is outside Marine Drive, where people are in large number who have been standing in here for long hours, and the numbers are equivalent to what their josh is, their zest is. It's all tricolor around the Marine Drive at moment. The individuals, cricket lovers, have been gathering in Marine Drive from across city. There have been many individuals who have come outside of Mumbai city to shower, to cater their love to their lovely cricket world champions. It is history being repeated outside Marine Drive.
All right, so Nilesh, there, our colleague reporting from Mumbai. In fact, just a short while from now, we can expect that felicitation ceremony to begin at the iconic Wankhede Stadium. But we have Nikhil Sharma with us on the broadcast. Nikhil, on the day that Team India won that match, Harsha Bhogle had tweeted, "I'm down by the ground and watching tough men crying." We all remember those visuals, those absolutely emotional visuals. In fact, all of us got so emotional that day. And one of the men in blue who was extremely emotional that day was Hardik Pandya, a man who's seen some tough times in the past few months. A day, probably a moment of redemption for him, a day to answer his critics as well.
Well, absolutely. And we can't applaud the man enough. Every effort that we make to write lyricals on his performance will fall short, at least for that day. It is incredibly tough to be able, I don't know what that guy is made of. He's had a bit of, start-stop as far as his cricketing career is concerned. Does he have talent? It was always underlined that he has a lot of talent. He's one of the rare all-rounders who is so prolific with his bat and, causes enough damage with his bowling as well. That was always a given. However, there have been frequent injuries, whether it's the one-day World Cup last year where he got injured after a few games. But the last 6 months have been, I would say, they've been hell for him. There have been instances where Mumbai has played games in Mumbai and the crowd has jeered, Mumbai Indians captain, which is Hardik Pandya. They've said things, they've abused him, which I don't know how he got past all of those. His personal life has been, put under the scanner, which no cricketer really deserves. But unfortunately, as things stand in Indian cricket, everything that happens in Indian cricket is up under the scanner. And those last 5 overs in the World Cup final were super critical for us, It is, and I've said this multiple times, it's the easiest and the toughest thing in life in cricket is to be in the moment, not ponder about the past, not worry about the future. And I thought Jasprit Bumrah bowled an excellent over, but it was Hardik Pandya with a beautiful ball that got rid of, Klaasen. And then that ball to David Miller, the last over, there were enough runs on the board, but you never know over T20. Of course, supplemented beautifully by Surya Kumar Yadav, worldie. And then, once he had that redemption, once he proved that even at the biggest stage, he was ice cold, he performed. I think he's just human after all. And those tears of joy, those tears of relief, those tears of just a boy, just a man letting his emotions out, meant so much to me personally, and I hope, reaches out to every fan, every person who's kind of suspected him, to every person who's kind of, questioned his commitment to Indian cricket, to Mumbai Indians, and just overall the country. Hardik Pandya, you're just a super duper athlete. Thank you so much for the memories.
Absolutely. Nikhil, hold that thought as I get our viewers a conversation that my colleague Ritanshu had with former cricketer Sabah Karim. Take a listen.
We are being joined right now by a cricketing legend in his own right, Mr. Sabah Karim, a hero to a lot of us 90s kids. Thank you so much for joining us in the Virna studio, sir.
Thank you for reminding me that I used to play in the 90s.
Well,
I'd almost forgotten that.
To a lot of us, the 90s is the golden generation, which is why I think there are so many people who are so happy with Rahul Dravid's victory as well.
Yes.
Sabah, how do you feel as someone, perhaps more than any of us, you can identify what these players are going through? The joy of bringing glory to your motherland, the joy of being recognized as the best in the world and having a trophy to show it. It is something that they're all going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Yes, and the wait has been quite endless.
Yes.
Because India came so close to winning on so many occasions. And I'm talking about the entire ICC event. 2014, we made to the finals of the World Cup T20, and I remember distinctly because I was a selector then. 2013, before that, 2013, we had won the Champions Trophy, and we felt that that is the time when India could go on to win many more ICC events. Unfortunately, that did not happen. As I mentioned, 2014, we had a very good side. We lost in the finals to Sri Lanka in the World Cup T20. Then again, couple of ICC events in which we lost in the semi-finals. The last two Test Championship finals we lost. Last year's One-Day World Cup, which everybody is aware of. So we had come tantalizingly close to winning such ICC events. So I think that is why this has been a heavy burden, which has been kind of done with now by the Indian side. And that is the biggest reason why Rohit Sharma wanted to play in this World Cup, because he realized that his time was up in terms of T20 cricket, and he had to give it his best shot. No wonder he convinced Rahul Dravid to stay on board. And both of them, along with Ajit Agarkar and company, they were able to devise a strategy in terms of finding the right resources who can play the brand of cricket that Rohit Sharma wanted India to play. Having had this experience of playing international cricket, on top of that T20 cricket at that level, Rohit Sharma is aware of the fact that to win World Cup events, number one is to have depth in your batting. Number two is to have that aggressive attitude when you go out to bat. See, intent at times cannot be measured, but intent can be visibly seen. So even on difficult tracks, if you notice in this season's World Cup, India had always showed intent. Even in New York, when the wicket was treacherous, still they were able to maintain that aggression, whether it is from Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Akshar Patel, Rishabh Pant, Surya Kumar Yadav, whoever came into bat, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, they were all looking to score runs at a brisk pace. And I think that's what helped India to maintain that kind of confidence. And come the big game, come the biggest test, that was the finals against South Africa, on a wicket that was on the slower side, even after having lost those 3 early wickets, India did manage to get to a score of 176, which in the end proved so fruitful for India.
Sabha, you mentioned a very important point. A lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of analysts had started looking India as perhaps the new chokers because of the inability to cross the finishing line. But what a lot of people also forget and also undervalue the fact that yes, knockout games can go 50-50 always, but the fact still remains that we kept reaching these knockout games in every tournament. We were never knocked out in the opening rounds, like in Australia have been, or in England have been, or Pakistan have been so many times. And in the last 12 months, we have reached the finals in the main tournaments of each of the 3 formats which we have played in. That speaks volumes of the consistency, of the stability and the foresightedness in the selection panel as well as the coaching staff. And it's only fair that that's finally been rewarded with a victory today. This is not a victory on fluke. This is not a victory which we have done as a fluke. It has been won on merit and one which justifies us stand as the #1 cricketing power in the world.
That is what the pressure was building up. That is why it was so essential for the Indian side to win this World Cup, because we had come so close. We've had a very consistent run, and that is why now India, whenever they play an ICC event, India is always the favorite. Even in bilateral engagement, whether they play at home or abroad or outside the subcontinent, India always remains the favorite because we have such excellent players, such talented individuals in the side. That is why all the Indian cricket fans, including BCCI, including the Indian players, right now they were all waiting for a win like this. They really had to work very hard. And I think Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma, they were able to carve this victory because they could understand the evolution the sport had taken, more so in T20 cricket. And that is why I've always maintained this. In order to win World Cup, which Australia has done so many times, they've always succeeded in remaining ahead of the opposition, and the only way you can do that is by looking ahead. The only way you can do that is by having that kind of a vision that will help you understand the dynamics of the modern game. And I think that is why this World Cup victory is a testimony of the fact that Indian team, Rohit Sharma, Rahul Dravid and the entire side, the entire setup, they were able to think ahead. They were able to remain ahead of the opposition by playing this kind of cricket. And I think for that, full kudos to the Indian side. And I also feel now that this is this should kickstart India's dominance in international cricket. There are so many ICC events coming up. We have the Test Championship final. If hopefully India should qualify, then we have the Champions Trophy. Then again 27, 26 we'll have the T20 World Cup. 27 we'll have the One Day World Cup. In all these tournaments, India not only should dominate, should also win these ICC events.
Okay, I have been told, and much to my indignation, that I just have a few more minutes with you. So my last question at this point, to me, Sabha, this has been a World Cup of several redemption stories, whether it be Rahul Dravid finally getting that World Cup trophy, something which he didn't need, but he definitely deserved in terms of legacy. There's been Rohit Sharma winning a World Cup, Virat Kohli finally taking his team across the end, whether it be Surya Kumar, Hardik Pandya. To you, what would be your most defining headline or the most defining memory you will take from this World Cup?
I think, redemption is a very wonderful word to use, but I look at this as a resurgence of Rohit Sharma as a captain, as a human being. Because for him to rise after that November defeat to Australia in the World Cup finals requires immense strength, physical strength, and mentally you need to be very strong. That is why he took a long time. And for him to admit that he suffered and he felt hurt, and he was dismayed by India's performance in the finals against Australia. For him to recover from there and to take his own time and then to emerge as the captain of this World Cup T20 side speaks highly of his character and his personality. I think this World Cup win in entirety, if you have to look at it, then I think it is a strong reflection of Rohit Sharma's character and his personality that we have seen on the ground.